true to a degree, but I think as you travel around the world, that changes, because in some countries there's a certain sort of type of person that tends to be into one music more. I'm not saying everyone, but it tends to attract more people of a certain type in some countries than it does others.
That's true.
So globally, I think no is the answer to that question, but in countries and towns and cities around the world, yes, you know.
Yeah, that's true. In England, there are people who like, you know, hip hop and R&B, and they like hanging out in certain bars with certain kinds of people. But
most of them don't like trance music.
They really don't. But you know, take that group of people and like we were in a bar last night that was playing really deep progressive music, and there are no bars like that in London. You just can't. You don't hear
bars,
that sort of stuff in London. It'll be house music in London, but it's the same people, but just different countries. There are differences in. I mean, we were talking yesterday about. I think in the UK, people who like drum and bass are mostly guys, mostly really geeky guys. But that's just where it's ended up. It's it used to be a bit broader than that. But they're the people who are still into it now. So I think it depends on the country you're in, but there are definitely differences. Lots of girls like house music in London. So if you want to see lots of girls, you've got to go to a bar where they're playing house music, because it's quite happy, and girls like to go out and have a laugh and have a good time. Whereas I think trance music in the UK, you get a lot of people you get a lot more guys, and it's a bit more of an emotional thing for them.
I think that's why guys like it, because guys aren't that emotional every day, so this is their outlet for it.
It's an escape for them, so there's a big distinction in the UK really between those two things. We've never been before, this is our first time.
We've been told by Patrick, who's promoting tonight, that it's going to be an amazing gig, so we've got high expectations.
We just came from Brazil, and the guy who was looking after us in Brazil said that the crowd in Brazil is fantastic, but the crowd in Argentina is incredible. So we're expecting great things from the people. But I mean, I think there's a good tradition of intelligent electronic music in South America with the progressive stuff. Your Hernan Cattaneo and your Sasha people. I think they're into music which is possibly, you could argue, quite hard to appreciate when you first hear it. But they get into it, and so I'm hoping that they appreciate our music in a different way from people who are coming to it through pop music, if you know what I mean.